Imagine earning money online, without a boss, maybe from anywhere in the world. If that sounds like the kind of independence, flexibility you're dreaming of, then you're likely thinking about freelancing. And if so, you are absolutely in the right place today. We're taking a deep dive into the exciting world of freelancing, especially for beginners. And we're drawing directly from a fantastic resource, Freelancing for Beginners, your 2025 guide.
Yeah, and our mission today really is to unpack what freelancing truly is. We want to help you understand how you can get started. I mean, even if you're a complete beginner right now, and critically, how you can grow your skills to earn, real income in this dynamic landscape. It's about turning that potential into actual profit.
Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. What exactly is freelancing?
Essentially, the guide says it means you're working independently, right? You offer your skills to different clients, different companies. You're not a permanent employee. You work project by project, mostly online, and you get paid per task, per hour, or maybe when you hit certain milestones. It gives you loads of control. Yeah, control over your time, your earnings.
Exactly. And what kind of work are we talking about? The guide lists some really common ones. The graphic design, making logos, social media stuff, uh, video editing, for YouTube, TikTok, content writing, blog posts, website copy, programming, building websites or apps, digital marketing, helping businesses get found online, voiceovers, even things like data entry, and virtual assistant work too, which is like remote admin support.
Yeah.
It's a pretty vast range.
It really is. And what's fascinating here, I think, is how freelancing offers this unique blend of, well, autonomy and variety. It allows people to leverage their specific skills across loads of different projects. You're not just tied to one employer's needs. It sort of fundamentally changes the work dynamic, giving you freedom and control that, honestly, traditional jobs rarely offer.
Okay, that makes sense. So once you kind of get a handle on what it is and the types of jobs, the next big hurdle for beginners is, okay, where do I actually find these clients? Luckily, the guide helps here. It highlights the top 5 trusted platforms where people often start. First up, there's Fiverr, huge marketplace, famous for its gigs, right? Fixed price services.
Yeah, starting from just $5 sometimes. Great for quick tasks.
Exactly. Then you've got Upwork. That's more about bidding on projects clients post.
Yeah.
Freelancer.com, another big global job board, kind of similar. Then there's TopTal. Now, this one's different. It's more for like the top experts. They often have skill tests.
Right. Much higher barrier to entry there. More elite.
And finally, People Per Hour. The guide says that often focuses on shorter jobs, hourly gigs, good for building experience early on. Oh, and the guide also mentions bonus ways, like using LinkedIn, specific Facebook groups in your niche, or even just having your own simple website.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the sheer number of these platforms, from, like you said, Fiverr with its quick gigs, to top-tall vetting experts, it really underscores the diverse ways you can enter and grow in freelancing. It also raises a pretty important question about finding the right platform for you for your skill level right now.
Yeah, that's a great point. Which brings us neatly to skills. Here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The guide makes it clear. You don't necessarily need a fancy degree, but you absolutely definitely need a valuable skill, something people will pay for. And it lists the most popular ones right now. Graphic design using tools like Photoshop, or maybe the easier one, Canva.
Canva's great for beginners, yeah.
Video editing, maybe CapCut for quick stuff, or Premiere Pro for more serious projects. Copywriting and SEO, writing text that gets noticed by Google.
Yeah.
Social media management, web development that could be coding, or using WordPress. Shopify?
Shopify's huge for e-commerce sites.
Right, and things like translation and transcription services, too.
And here's a key strategic tip from the source, something really important. With all those options, how do you choose? The advice is crystal clear. Pick just one skill. Don't try to do everything. Learn that one skill deeply. And then this is crucial, build a portfolio around it.
Just that one thing.
Exactly. Focus.
Yeah.
That portfolio becomes your proof showing you're not just a generalist, but a specialist in that specific area. It makes you stand out.
Okay, so focus on one skill. Then how do you actually learn it? What does this mean for actually building that skill? The great news, according to the guide, is you don't need to break the bank. There are tons of free or low-cost resources. Think Coursera for courses, YouTube tutorials. There are millions, right? Skillshare often has free trials. Khan Academy for basics, Google Digital Garage for digital marketing skills, loads of options.
It's amazing how accessible learning has become.
Totally. And the guide also mentions essential tools freelancers often use. Things like Canva, maybe the Adobe Suite if you get more advanced, MS Word, Zoom for calls. Even AI like ChatGPT can help with ideas or drafts. And for organization, maybe something like Trello.
Yeah, Trello's like a digital whiteboard, great for managing projects. What's fascinating here really is how many high quality, often free resources are out there. It genuinely democratizes access. You can build a marketable skill without that traditional expensive schooling route. It lowers the barrier to entry significantly.
Okay, this is all great info. Let's try and pull it together now. Let's unpack this into a clear, step-by-step guide for someone literally just starting out. The guide gives us 7 practical steps. Ready? 1. Pick that one skill. Let's say video editing. Just focus.
Yeah.
2. Learn the basics. Hit YouTube, maybe a Coursera course. Get the fundamentals down.
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly. Step 3. Practice. Do like 3 to 5 sample projects. These are crucial for your portfolio before you even get paid work. 4. Create profiles. Get on Fiverr, get on Upwork, set them up. 5. Write a great bio and gig description. Make it clear what you do and why you're good.
Sell yourself, basically.
Yeah. 6. Start small. This is important. Take that first job, even if the price is low. Why? To get those first reviews. Build that reputation.
That initial feedback is everything.
Absolutely. And finally, 7. Deliver professionally. Always, always on time. Be reliable.
You know, connecting this back, those first steps are all about building trust and showing you can actually do the job. That first, maybe low-paying gig, it's not really about the money. It's about building that foundational reputation. That reputation is, well, it's invaluable currency in the freelance world. It's the launch pad.
Okay, launch pad to hopefully earning more. Which brings us to the big question everyone has. How much can you earn? The guide says, well, it depends. Depends on your skill level, the client's budget, your ratings, your experience. In the beginning, yeah, you might only earn, say, $5, maybe $20 per job. It starts small. But here's the encouraging part. With experience, good reviews, consistency, freelancers can potentially earn $500, $5,000 a month or even more.
That's quite a range, isn't it? From $5 to potentially thousands a month. It shows a clear progression linked to skill, experience, and that reputation we talked about. But it does raise an important question. What really separates those who manage to scale their income significantly from those who kind of stay at the lower end?
That's a good question. What does the guide suggest?
Well, the implication seems to be it's not just about being good at the skill itself. It's more about treating it like a real business from the get-go. You know, being proactive with communication, always learning, actively asking for feedback and referrals. People who plateau perhaps see it more as just like a series of one-off tasks, not a growing enterprise.
Right, thinking like an entrepreneur almost. And the guide actually gives some specific tips for long-term success that fit right in with that. First, stay consistent. Don't expect overnight riches. It takes time. Second, keep learning. Always upgrade your skills. Things change fast online.
Absolutely critical.
Third, communicate clearly with clients. Good communication prevents so many problems. Fourth, build that portfolio or website. Make it easy for people to see your work. Fifth, ask for reviews and referrals. Don't be shy. Social proof is powerful. And maybe the most important one, don't give up after 1 or 2 rejections. Resilience is key.
Resilience, that's a good word for it. These tips really highlight that freelancing isn't just about technical skill. It's equally about, entrepreneurship, persistence, consistency, learning, communication. They really are the bedrock for a sustainable career.
So we've covered a lot today. We've really taken a deep dive into what freelancing is, where you find the work, how to get the skills, and importantly, how to build a real thriving career from those first few dollars, potentially up to thousands a month. It's quite an incredible path to independence.
It really is. And the shift towards independent work, it's more than just earning money, isn't it? It's about fundamentally rethinking careers, empowering yourself with a new kind of, let's say, economic agility in a world that's constantly changing. It really makes you wonder, poses an important question. If you could master just one of those in-demand skills we talked about and truly work for yourself, what kind of impact could that have on your life, on your future?
That's a powerful thought to end on. So as you go about your day, maybe think about those skills, those resources we discussed. What valuable skill might you want to start digging into next? What's your first step?